So we are going to start this workout lying on the floor, on the ground. And so this is going to be a gentle workout where we're focusing more on your shoulders and your hips. So we're going to actually start lying on your side, and we're going to do some just gentle motions for your arm and shoulders. And when you lie down, you want to see if you can lie with your ear on your bicep. Is this a possibility for you? You might even have to have your arm kind of out in front versus all the way up overhead. So you can still have it kind of out in front of you versus directly up overhead. This requires a lot more motion and puts a lot more strain into your shoulder. So you can just have your arm slightly up and slightly in front of you. We're going to take this arm on top along your side. You're going to relax your head. We're going to gently lift your fingertips till they point up towards the ceiling or to the sky. We're going to reach that arm and then relax it. Reach the fingertips and then relax, and then bringing it back down along the side, letting it rest. And then right back up. So we're doing this with the arm straight. Once the fingertips are pointing up, you kind of reach just a little bit more, then relax, and then lower that arm. We're going to do that 2 more times for a total of 4. Up gently. Reach. So just a small reach, and then relax. Drop that arm down. We're going to go up. Get to where those fingers are pointing directly up. Reach the fingers up, and then relax. Slowly control. Now we're going to bring your elbow, we're going to bend it, which allows the forearm to rotate and touch your stomach as the elbow and upper arm stay along your rib cage. We're going to rotate the forearm to where it's parallel to the floor. We're going to hold it here, and then we're down with control, allowing that forearm to rotate back into the stomach. We lift back up, just parallel to the floor, as if this was a second story. You want it to be nice and level to the ground, and then back down. We're going to do 2 more. Lifting up and hold. Down with control, controlling this little bit of rotation that is happening in that shoulder joint. We're lifting up and hold, parallel to the floor. We're not trying to go past that. We're trying to avoid any extra body motion, and then relax. We'll switch sides. So now we're going to switch to the other side, again, exploring how does it feel to put your ear to this bicep, this upper arm. And again, you don't have to have the arm directly up overhead. You can have it slightly out in front. We're going to bring this arm along your side. We're going to gently lift. Get the fingertips pointing to the ceiling. Reach that arm up just a little bit further. Relax and then lower. First of 4, we're going to lift. Lifting gently. Reach. Relax. Lower the arm, and you're feeling forward. You get any of that crepitus, any of that crunchiness. Let it relax all the way. We're going to lift, fingertips high to the sky. Reach the fingers in the hand. Relax. Drop it down. 1 more. Lift up and hold. Reach. Relax. Lower that arm all the way to your side. Lowering it gently. We're going to bend your elbow. Let that hand and forearm rotate into the stomach. And then we're going to rotate back up to where the hand is parallel, the forearm, holding it here for a second or 2, and then down, and then rotate back up, and then down. We're going to do 2 more. We're going to do 1 more. Up and hold again, just to parallel. We're not trying to rotate further. And then relax. We're going to go ahead and lie face down. So from here, we're going to move to face down position. We're going to stick with your shoulders. We're going to take your arm out to the side as if it's at a T. We're going to lift that hand and arm up off the floor. Keep your chin tucked. Oftentimes it likes to extend. Think about looking at the waistband of your pants. We're going to lower that hand. Then we're going to lift up once again, just nice and gentle, not forcing it. And then down. Relax all the way. Then we kind of pre-tighten, straighten that arm, lift the hand and arm. Paying attention to what your legs and feet are doing. How do your hips feel? How does your low back feel? Relax that arm.
lift up and hold. And relax. Okay, we'll switch sides. So the arm is directly up to the side. We lift the arm, holding it nice and tight, keeping that elbow straight. And then relax, dropping the hand down, relaxing all the way. Feeling for how does it feel through your back, through your rib cage. Lift the hand up. Keep that palm facing down, elbow stay straight. Lower the arm, relax all the way. Lift again. Two more. Fully relaxing in between the lifts. Lowering the hand gently, lowering the arm, letting it completely relax into the ground. One more. Lift and hold. And relax. All right. From here, we're going to do our reach and depress. So we're going to go back to this first arm. So for me, it's my right side. I've got my left hand underneath my forehead. And now I've got my hand out to the side at a 90, like a little cactus. I'm going to lift my elbow and arm up off the floor, keeping it high up off the ground. And then from here, you can lower. To get an idea of what that feels like to do that little horizontal abduction, we lift up and hold. We want to reach up overhead and then bring this arm back down. Hold through here, holding the depression a little bit longer, trying to get that shoulder away from the ear. As we reach up, take that hand and elbow out wide, like you're rounding a circle. Then you get that arm up overhead. Then you take that elbow and hand back out wide, bringing it back down into your low back, squeezing down, trying to get separation between your shoulder and your ear. Holding this depression a little bit longer. Then we're going to reach, take that hand and elbow out wide, up overhead, back down, squeeze it down, reach up overhead, taking that hand and elbow out wide. We have one more depression, squeezing it back down and hold. Excellent. So we're going to stay with that same exercise. I'm just going to turn around so you can get an angle, better view. So here we go. We've got the forehead on the back of the hand, the elbow and hand are out to the side with the elbow 90, palm down. We lift that hand and arm up. And then we relax. We're going to lift. We're going to reach up overhead, feeling what does it feel like when the arm gets fully extended? Do you feel tightness? Then we're going to bring this elbow and hand, squeezing it down into your low back. And reach up and over. And back, taking that hand and elbow out wide. Squeezing it down. We're going to reach back, taking that hand and elbow out wide like you're doing a round circle. Taking it out away from your body. Pulling the hand and arm into your side, holding the depression just a little bit longer. We're going to do one more. Reach, taking that hand and elbow out wide. Reach that arm as fully extended as you can, taking it back down, out and wide, and hold the depression. Feeling what does it feel like throughout your neck. And relax. All right, we're going to bring both hands underneath your forehead, so both elbows are out wide. You're going to take your right leg, you're going to bend it. We're going to move into your hips. We're going to take the thigh out to the edge of the mat. We're going to let the foot rotate across the lower body towards the opposite leg, keeping that thigh on the contact with the floor, not allowing your pelvis to move. We're going to take that foot back to neutral. Let the foot and lower leg go away from your other leg that's out straight. So now it's going away from your body, then back to neutral. Let it rotate back across, hip external, back to neutral, internal, which is taking that foot and lower leg out, back to neutral. Again, keeping your chin tucked. How does your neck feel? That lower leg and foot are going across the other leg, back to neutral. Internal rotation. We're gonna do one more in each position, holding this external just a little bit longer. And bring it back to neutral. Take that foot out to the side, which is hip internal. And then back to neutral, slide that thigh back in, extend the leg. We're gonna go to the other side, bend the leg, take the thigh out to the edge of the mat. We're gonna let that foot and lower leg rotate externally towards the opposite leg, going across your body, and back to neutral. Then take the foot and lower leg away from your body and opposite leg, out to the side, back to neutral. Try to get that lower leg and foot towards the back of your straight leg. Keep the thigh on the floor. Back to neutral. Internal. Back to neutral. Rotating to external, taking that foot all the way across. Holding this external just a little bit longer. Bringing that foot and knee back to the middle. And then take the foot out away from the knee. We're going to do one more each direction, pausing in the middle, neutral position. Go to hip external. Back to neutral. One more, taking the foot and lower leg away from your body. And relax. All right, we're going to bring that leg back in. What we're going to do now is you're going to bring the tops of your toes. So if you've got your toes pointing away, the tops of your feet are touching the floor. What we're going to do is you're going to dorsiflex. You're going to bring the tops of your toes in contact with the floor. And we're going to do dual hip knee bridge where we lift your thighs up off the floor, bridging between your tips of your toes to the hips, and then relax the thighs. And again, lift your thighs, contracting through the knees. Relax through the legs. Contract. Just feeling that small light contraction. We know we're putting tension directly into your kneecaps. How does it feel? Are you aware of that? Are you aware of more of the middle of your thigh? Relax the thighs down. And again, just tighten, bridging the knees up off the floor. Creating just a little bit of space between the thighs and the floor. And relax. All right, from here, we're going to move to lying on your side. Again, going in a similar position that we started with at the beginning, but now instead of your arm, we're going to do some things for your legs. So moving into your hips, we're going to lift the top leg up, holding it here nice and steady. We're going to lower. Now, keeping your hips and pelvis nice and stable, we're going to rotate the toes and knee up just as much as you can before your body starts to rotate backwards. And then we're going to lift your leg up from this position, holding everything nice and stable, not allowing anything else to move in your body. And then down, back to neutral with the knee and toes pointing forward. Or up, hold here. Nice steady move. We're not trying to lift as high as you can. We want to keep that leg fairly parallel to the floor to work more of the muscle strength, then mobility. Now we're going to rotate the toes and knee in, kind of lifting the outer back part of your heel towards the ceiling, holding it nice and steady. Back down. We're going to do one more neutral. So toes and knee pointing forward. And down. Okay, we'll switch sides. Again, paying attention where your arm is at. How does it feel through your shoulder? We're going to keep your legs nice stacked on top of each other. We're going to lift the leg with the hip neutral, the toes and knee pointing forward. We're going to lower that leg. We're going to rotate the toes and knee up, rotating backwards, but not enough that the whole body wants to rotate. And from here, we're going to lift. And feeling it nice and tight through this back part of the glute, maybe even the lateral part of your leg. We're going to lower. We're going to do neutral with the toes and knee pointing forward. Feeling through this lateral hip area, through the glute, down, relaxing. We're going to rotate the toes and knee down and internally, but again, not allowing your body to rotate forward. And then lift, kind of lifting that backside, outside of the heel towards the ceiling, towards the sky. Hold it steady. Relax. We'll do one more neutral. Take that leg up with the toes and knee pointing forward. Hold it nice and steady. And relax. All right, we're going to move to lying on your back. Your both feet are flat. We're doing a little hip bridge where your feet are wide. We're just going to lift your hips high to the sky, squeeze your glutes, and then lower, trying to roll down one vertebrae at a time. Slowly arch your back. We're going to flatten your back down, rolling your pelvis up, lifting, feeling that pressure as it rolls up your spine, moving to the upper back, and now we start lowering mid back, low back, hips, then roll the low back up off the floor, then rolling it back down. Roll your pelvis up towards the ceiling. We do one more, rolling down, letting that low back roll up, pushing your hips, your pelvis into the floor a little bit more, that backside of your glute. As you arch your low back, then relax, rolling up. Squeeze the glutes. You can even take your hips and knees out to the side. When your hips are up off the floor, that makes your glutes squeeze just a little bit more. And then relax, lowering back down. We're going to bring your thighs together. We're going to straighten one leg out. The toes and knees stay pointing up. We're going to lift that thigh up to the ceiling, keeping a small space in your back. And you're going to lower the leg. And lift up once again, keeping that leg in that same position. And then down. Now you're going to keep that leg in the same position, but you're going to allow the toes and knee to rotate out. And we're lifting it straight up once again. Down with control. Now we're lifting the inside part of the heel to the ceiling, keeping your core nice and stable. Small space in your back maintains, no shifting. Keep that leg straight. Toes and knee are pointing out. Slight rotation. Lowering that leg, we're going to switch legs. We're going to go to the opposite leg. So switch which leg is flat. We're going to lift your leg up, keeping that small space in your back, keeping the knee straight. We're going to do two with the knee and toes pointing up, and then we'll do two with a slight rotation. And then down with control. Again, not allowing your pelvis and core to move. Lift that leg up once again with the toes and knee pointing upward. You can even play around pointing your toe, changing the ankle position. And then lower. Now we're going to rotate the toes and knee out. Keep that leg, they're still in narrow towards each other. Lifting the inside part of the heel towards the ceiling. Keep that small space in your back. Think about just that inside part of the heel and then lower. When you lower, that outside part of the heel should land versus the back of the heel. And now we're lifting, keeping your pelvis nice and controlled. Try not to do a lot of shifting. And down, lowering that leg. Okay, we're going to keep that left leg out straight. You're going to now bring the toes and knee pointing up. You're going to bring your right foot over on top of your left thigh, near your left knee. And we're going to let that knee on the right side fall out to the side. You're not trying to force it. You're just finding where does it go before it tightens up. And then we're bringing that knee back up to more of the bottom of your foot is touching your thigh. And the knee is pointing up. And now we're going to let that knee fall out to the side where the outside part of your foot starts touching the thigh. How far does that thigh want to move before the hips want to rotate with it? And then we're right back up. Hold here. We'll do 2 more, slowly rotating out. And then back in, squeeze it across. Get that knee up nice and tall where the bottom of the foot is touching the thigh. We have 1 more. Letting the outside part of the foot get on that thigh. Knees rotate out to the side or back up. And relax. So now we're going to bring that foot back out. We're going to switch. We're going to take the right leg out. Bring that left foot to the top of the right thigh. We're going to let that knee fall out to the side. Feeling that stretch. Try not to force it, just feeling that first point of tightness. When you're out on the outer part of the foot, now as you rotate the knee back up, the bottom of the foot is touching the thigh. And then slowly let it rotate back out. Again, try not to let much rest of the body move. So I have to move with slow and controlled precision. Bring that knee back up. So with this side, I feel a lot through my abdominal area. And then we're going to do 2 more, letting it rotate back out. Take that knee out to the side. How does it feel? Is one knee or thigh more sensitive with your foot being on top? Bringing that knee back up. Or 1 more, letting it fall out to the side. Getting the pressure of your foot, outside part of the foot on the thigh. And then as you rotate back up, the bottom of the foot touches the thigh. And relax. All right, from here, we're going to bring your feet flat. We're going to take your hands up to the ceiling. We're going to take them up overhead, but only as far as you can to the palms face up to wherever you feel tightness. You're going to hold here. You're going to bring it back up with control, fingertips to the ceiling, just to where they start to feel tight. And then back up. We're going to do 2 more. Slowly reaching back up overhead. Feel where it gets tight, and then right back up. Pause where it gets tight. Hold it there. Teaching your body to get comfortable right before the stretch, but not forcing it. Back up. Now we're going to take your hands down to the floor. Let them rest. And we're going to bring your fingertips back up to the ceiling, pointing up. And then down. So now they're going all the way down, touching the floor. Palms and forearms are touching. And then we reach back up. We're going to do 2 more, controlling the descend. Here we go, 2 more, lifting up. Get the fingertips pointing directly up and down with control. Feeling and scanning, how does your back feel, especially when you relax and your arms are touching the floor. We have 1 more, lifting the hands up. How does your back feel when you start to lift those arms? Can you tell a difference? And then back out or down, lowering the hands to touch the floor. Nice. Excellent. So we will do that. We will end with a little breath work to encourage your body to recover a little bit. So what we'll do is we'll block your right nostril and we're going to breathe through your left as a way of even calming the system down, as a way of even improving its ability to recover. So what we're going to do is you're going to block your right nostril. You can do it with any fingers, any thumb. All right. So we're going to breathe in through your left nostril. Pause, hold it, exhale. And breathe in. Holding it. And then exhale. Again, inhale. Hold, pause, exhaling. Inhale. Pause, hold, and then exhale. We're going to do 2 more. Inhale. Pause, exhale. 1 more. Inhale. Pausing, and exhale. All right. Thanks again for joining me. Tomorrow we have our week 2 of our awesome